guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I just want to get ready. I honestly don't even think I have much to talk about, but you never know. I'm going to be trying some new products today from Wet n Wild. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I have my iced coffee, I have my cotton candy grapes. So I just really want to do a super glam look today with some neutral colors. I've been doing a lot of colorful stuff, so I just want to kind of tone it down a little bit, but still be super dramatic and sexy. So first off, I'm going to start out with my eyebrows. I'm going to try my best not to make them like ridiculously dark and bold like I do every single time I do my makeup. It's like a disorder at this time, like I can't not do it, but I'm going to try to do a little bit more of a toned down brow. First product I'm going to use is going to be my NYX. This is the Micro Brow Pencil, and this one is in the shade Ash Brown. So I have been growing out my brows for like well over 6 months now. It's been a hot minute. Reason being is I wanted to have all this grow in because everything that grows kind of under where my brow is now grows in blonde. You can't see it, but you know, I have a decent amount of growth, I thought, and I wanted to get it kind of tinted, basically like dyed, you know, a darker color so you could see it, and then shape my brow into a thicker brow. So I waited all this time. I finally went and got my eyebrows threaded and was gonna get them tinted, and the lady was like, no, your hair color is way too light, it won't last. You have more hairs on this side than this side, so this side will look funny. And I was like, that's fine. Like, I don't mind having like gapped up looking brows. Like, this one might eventually grow in, so let's just try it. And she was just highly recommending it that was not a good idea, so we just took it all off. So I'm only going to work this on the bottom part of the brow and around the top to create the shape. This eyebrow is always such a pain in the ass. I don't know why I'm always so sloppy with that eyebrow. This one goes so much easier always. See how that one just drew on like so much easier? Oh no. I do this every time I film. I forgot to turn my freaking fish tank off and I forgot to put my mic on. So let me do that. I've done that in every freaking video. Damn. Now I'm just going to clean up my brows using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I love this brush for this particular thing. This is the Morphe M508. Love this brush. So now it is time to prime our skin, and first I'm going to go in with this, what is it called? The Iceland. This is their hydrating eye stick, and it is just freaking precious. And I already put on the eye cream earlier, but I really just like the way this feels. It's nice and cooling. The packaging is really cute. I'm so excited to use this new primer. This is from Murad, and it is the Age Reform Invisibler. So it has a lot of like skincare benefits to it. I have sensitive skin, so I'm a little nervous, but I already have some like sensitivity going on. Like I have tiny little bumps, which is what happens when I have sensitivity. So I'm like, maybe it won't get any worse. It doesn't seem to have a scent. It is a clear primer. Let's see how it feels. Feels silicone-y. I smell a little bit of something, but I can't really like nail it down to say it's fragranced. But I'm just going to work this in areas that I have larger pores. But it says it has like mushroom peptides and other things in it. Feels really silky. I didn't feel like one of those silicone primers that are just like so mattifying, that if you're more like dry to normal like me, that you don't want to put it all over your face. So feels really nice. I like it. Now it's time to prime the rest of the eyelid, just with the Tarte Shape Tape. Blend it in with my little baby Real Technique sponge. I love this thing. I never thought that this would be like my everyday routine kind of deal. Now I'm going in with my Too Faced. This is the Primed and Poreless. Oh my god. Primed and Poreless Skin Smoothing Pressed Powder. It's just a translucent powder. I have only owned it for maybe a little over a month, and I've hit pan. Like, what the fuck? That is so terrible. Just taking a little like small kabuki brush and tapping that in. I highly recommend If you have not tried this powder, please try it. It's beautiful on the face. It basically is exactly what the name of it says. It makes you look nice and poreless. Do I want to use the Jaclyn Hill palette or do I want to use the Soft Glam palette? Decisions. I wonder if I should like flip a coin. Do I have a coin? I don't think I do. I think I'm going to go with the Jaclyn Hill palette. First, I'm going to go in with this light transition shade here. If you went in a little horde like I did, just give it a little. And I'm just going to start working this in the upper crease area. Something still smells like absolutely beautiful right now, so I don't know whether it's that eye cream, which does smell amazing, but I've never like continued to smell it on my face, or if it's the primer. Either way, love it. I just had a facial the other day at the Salt Medical Spa in Greenville, South Carolina. It was so nice. Everybody there was so freaking sweet. They stayed over, gave me a whole tour of the place. I was there until like 9:30 at night. I did film the facial and they allowed me to do that, which was awesome. So I have footage of that to put on my Instagram. For the next shade, I think I'm going to go in with this like pukey brown just because I haven't used this one. And I did switch brushes to something a little bit thinner. This is the M441 and the first one I went in with my transition shade as always is the M504. And I'm going to start concentrating more of these next few shadows in this kind of outer crease moment situation. I've been using the Tarte like bestsellers kit that I showed in my last haul as well, and I really do like it. I do feel like it's still one of those things where I need to use it for a little bit because I've had this like little irritated tiny little bump situation on my forehead, but I've been sticking through it because the rest of my skin is like liked it so much that I'm like, come on forehead, get with the program. Join the rest of the face. We all love Tarte. I actually think I'm going to go ahead and grab the Soft Glam palette as well, just because with the Jaclyn Hill palette there's not too many like medium colors. There's some like light ones and then there's some dark ones as far as like neutrals go in my opinion. So I want to kind of go with Rustic from the Soft Glam palette because it's a little bit more neutral. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, it's just kind of in the middle. Taking this on like a short fluffy brush and going to work this into the outer area here. Okay, and going back in with the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm going to take this shade here on kind of a tapered pencil brush-ish situation. I don't know. I'm just so sad that today is Sunday and I have to go back to work tomorrow. Weekends just never freaking last long enough, you know? I finally got to catch up on some like YouTube videos. Got my house nice and clean. Got some much needed stuff done. Girl, posting once a day on Instagram, videos, tutorials, all that. It's a lot. And sometimes when I'm like hustling hard, my personal life just goes to shit. My house gets to be a mess, car's a mess, my emotional state is a mess. I get really stressed out when I feel like I can't get everything done that I want to get done. But this week I really try to like get my life together. Earlier in the week I meal prepped, so I already have like a healthy dinner made for when I get done filming. I can just heat up 2 minutes in the microwave and I'm good. Now I'm going to go in with this super dark brown, tiny little tap of that black and a little bit of this shade as well. It's like a super dark brown, almost black. And I'm gonna add this right in here. Jaclyn Hill finally posted a video and I was like, thank you Jesus. I missed her. And I'm just kind of annoyed with that whole situation. You know, obviously she has something going on in her life. And it's like, yeah, we loved John. We loved her in their relationship. And there's no telling if they really are splitting up. But nobody loved them and him like she did. And, you know, people just need to back off, give her her space, give her her healing time for whatever is going on. And I know, like, obviously we're all gonna jump to conclusions, but the dumbest thing that I keep seeing is, like, the whole ring situation. You probably never see me wear my ring ever while I'm filming, because you know why? I don't wear that shit at home. Just like every other piece of jewelry that I wear, as soon as I get home, it all comes off, as well as the rest of my clothes, and I put on pajamas. Going back in with this shade here to buff that out. it's the size of a public figure that she is and go through something and just have everybody criticizing you. I can definitely see why, if, you know, that is what is going on, why she would kind of hide it, not talk about it, you know, process it first, because telling people, I would imagine, would be terrible. Maybe she'll come out and tell us something like completely opposite has happened and just shock us all, you know? Alright, and now I'm going in with the straight up black. I'm working in tiny little motions because I don't want to go too crazy. I just want it to be nice and deep out here. So I went into Walgreens the other day and ran into some stuff I've been kind of looking for, but not like really looking for. These are the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit Liquid Eyeshadows. And the one I'm using today is in the shade Pure. Is that right? This one's called Pure Intention. I also got one in the shade Goth Tears, which you're going to see the other one on my eyelid in a minute, but let's go ahead and swatch the Goth Tears one. I feel like the product has to be like finessed a little bit, but once it's there, it's there. Alright, so I'm taking Pure Intention and I'm making sure to like really get a lot because I feel like the applicator doesn't like pick up a lot. I'll give it a good little shaky. Because if it ends up doing something freaking weird and ruins the whole look, I'm gonna at least know that I tried. So I'm probably gonna go straight in with the applicator, so let's try it. I went in with one more dip. I don't want to do anything too thick because I know that can make it go weird. You guys know I like to look up to kind of get a guideline where I need to go. I really want to touch both of those sides up, but I'm first going to let this dry before I go in with one more coat. So that's dried and I'm back. The nice thing was I kind of went in a little bit too far this way with the liquid shadow, and all I did was just grab a brush and kind of like basically buffed it off, which you couldn't do if you cut your crease with concealer. So that is nice. I'm gonna go in one more time because it's not looking like amazing. I feel like layering products like this is sometimes bad, but like it has to be done with this. So I'm hoping this works out. It's really hard to get a straight line just going straight in with the applicator, I will say that. Alright, so I can just already tell this is not gonna work with my eye shape. Every time my eyelid starts to fold over, it starts completely taking off. So what I'm going to do to try to salvage the eyeshadow that we have on already so I don't have to start over is I'm just kind of wiping off. I'll go back in and add concealer to reprime the lid, but the area like right in here I'm going to let it completely dry. And I'm going to go over it with some dark eyeshadow and hopefully it will buff off. I kind of low-key knew this would happen. Alright, so thank you Jesus, I think this is working. I just have a brush with nothing on it and I'm just going like this and kind of making this go away. I'm telling you, man, every time I film a get ready with me, it's a shit show. Alright, so I'm back. I pretty much did the same exact process except for I made it a little bit darker. I added just a little bit more black just to make sure that you can't tell that like a lot of mistakes happened. I'm scared, but I'm going to go back in, but I'm just going to keep it really low, keep it in this area, and try to do a nice thin layer this time. I'm nervous. I wonder if I should like blend it out with a little brush. Yeah, I can just tell that this is just flaky, crusty. Not a good time. Okay, so to fix the situation, I'm going in with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue. And I'm just going to tap this right on top. And now I'm taking this MAC Pigment in the shade English Gilt and go right on top. And I also got this Wet n Wild loose highlight powder. I'm just going to add a little bit of that just to brighten that up. I am so ready to get started on this face because I'm tired of even looking at the eyes. Like, I'm fucking over it. I'm going to go in with the NARS. This is the Natural Radiant Luminous Foundation. No, Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. And just going to work this in on my skin. I've decided that the shade is like too dark for me, so I'm going to add in something a little lighter. So I'm going to take these NYX Total Control foundation drops in the shade Light Ivory to lighten it up, also give it a nice like high coverage matte finish. I think that would be nice for this eye look. And this stuff is pretty watery, so it does get sucked up in my sponge, which is why you see me using so much. I'm going to do a little cream contour using the Smashbox Step by Step Contour Stick in the shade Bronze. I'm just going to blend that out with a little kabuki brush. Take a smaller little brush for the nose. And as always, for highlighting and concealing, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I use the shade Fair Beige. And I run it right against our nose contour as well as right against the eyeshadow. Taking my tiny little Real Technique sponge. We're starting to look glam. This is when I really start feeling the transformation from hot mess slob into bad bitch. If you have a big forehead like me, you don't want your highlight to go up too high on your forehead, so I like to go in with my foundation sponge with my foundation on it to tap out the edges. And I like to take my cream contour brush with nothing else just to kind of blend out that line where we added the highlight. So I'm going to try something different again. I haven't set anything on my face yet, and I'm going to go ahead and go in with my highlighter. What? I know. So I'm going back in with this Wet n Wild loose highlighting powder. Alright, so I'm going to take this. I hope it's not too dark for my skin tone, because that happens sometimes. It looks a little chunky. Let me switch brushes. Let me go in with a more concentrated small brush. There we go. I might have went in a little hard, not gonna lie. Run some above the eyebrow here. That is really nice, especially in the manner that I applied it. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna add like too much again. It's almost like let's bake the highlight, you know? Like add a shit ton and let it sit for a minute while we blind the forehead. And then blend it in. The shade is like not that light for me, but it's like a nice like starter glow. I'll probably go in with something else to give it like a little, it gives that nice wet look. It doesn't look chunky. Let's go ahead and put it on the lip and the nose. Let's go ahead and pop some of that in the inner corner too. I used to never set my skin, ever. Like no part of it. No powder, nothing. But we're gonna set this face today. So I'm taking the Too Faced Primed and Poreless, and I'm taking it on a small little dense brush. That way we can get it right where we want it. And definitely don't go over the area that you highlighted. I'm just going right in this area. And of course I'm going in with my Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer just to set our cream contour. Nothing too crazy. And as always, I'm going in with my Laura Geller Balance and Brighten Powder Foundation for my nose contour situation. Okay, so I have faith that this Wet n Wild highlight can give me what I need for my cheekbones. So I'm going to grab some more and I'm going to hit it with some spray. Go ahead and spray my face a little too. Let it kind of simmer for a second. You don't want it to be straight wet. Or do you? That was naughty. Okay. See, I knew it. Okay, and for blush, I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills, what is it called? Blush kit? Durr. This one is the Radiant kit, and I'm going to take the shade Coastline. And just putting this right in between the highlight and the bronzer. Alright, I thought I was filming, but I wasn't. But I just popped the MAC Costa Riche eye kohl in the waterline. But I'm also going to run it kind of underneath the lash line. I'm going to go in with our Soft Glam palette and just take the shade Rustic. I'm taking advantage of my eyebrows being like maintained right now to highlight my brow bone. I haven't done that in the longest time just because they've been so like bushy. So I'm going to go ahead and take more of that loose highlighter from Wet n Wild. Before I hop off camera and do my mascara and pop on my lashes, I'm going to set my face. I'm going to use the Pixie. This is Makeup Fixing Mist with rose water and green tea. So this one's kind of new to me. I've only used it once. Ooh, the spray is kind of intense. And the smell's a little intense too. In addition to setting my brows, this is the, I was about to say Gimme Brow. It's the wannabe Gimme Brow. It's the Essence Make Me Brow. Love this stuff. These are just some cheap lashes that I got off Amazon. These ones are, this is what the packaging on it says. But they seem kind of nice, so I'm going to try those and I'll be back. I'm not sure what I want to do for my lips, but I am going to line them with the NYX. This is the lip liner in the shade Natural. What are y'all's favorite lip pencils? Let me know. I don't have very many. I only have the NYX and like the Essence ones. I don't think I have one high-end lip liner. Hopefully this won't be another fail from Wet n Wild. I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit lipstick in the shade Nudie Patootie. No shade, but isn't that like a Laura Lee name for an eyeshadow or something? It's a very interesting shade. It's probably a really nice nude for other people. This is not my skin tone. I'm going to go in with a little bit of the NYX Liquid Lingerie, or whatever these are called, in the shade Lace Detail. Not too shabby. I'm going to go fix the rest of this and I will be right back. Alright guys, I'm back and this is the final look. What do you think? I like it. I obviously just filmed a how to highlight your body Instagram video because my body right now is like 10-man status and I love it. But if you guys watched to the end of this video, thank you so much. You guys are the real MVPs because, whoa, this video was a shitstorm like it usually is. If you for some reason are not already subscribed to my channel, please be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, which will give you notifications obviously when I post. Also be sure to be following me on Instagram because that is where I am most active. But leave me some video suggestions in the comments. I always love to know what you guys want to see. If there's any products that I need to try, or if you just want to say hello, let a bitch know. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate it and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. Bye. Why am I so weird? It's not perfect. Doesn't have to be perfect. Whatever. I'm trying to get on the couch ASAP. Alright, my foot's going to sleep and I have to pee. So I'm going to take like a 5-minute break. This is choking on, nothing. What? And I had some like irritated pores right here, which I just wrote on my nose with some kind of, there's something on here. Chilled out and knocked down everything. I try to put on my ring for you guys, okay? A bitch is taken.